Welcome to the Coin Curiosity channel. We are going to be reviewing 7 Kennedy half dollars for this video. They are all 1964s. None of them are known to have any of the heavily accented hair or the doubled die obverse. That is not me trying to spoil the video, but merely to let you manage your time. So if you do not want to watch the whole video, I understand, but of course would greatly appreciate and would welcome you along the journey as we look at each of the coins in their glorious eye appeal and see what we have. And I will try to point out different aspects of the coin to look for, at least what I use in my analysis of the coins to find out what we have. That being said, again, welcome to the Coin Curiosity channel. These Kennedy half dollars came from the mid-20th century coin collection purchase that I had done a few months ago. I do have a playlist on the channel that you can go watch all the different coins that we've reviewed so far. I would say that we're probably on the last 20% or so of the coins, which is primarily the silver coinage, as well as a gold coin that is somewhere in the mix to still be reviewed. The Kennedy half dollars have been minted from 1964 until present date. Prior to that were the Franklin half dollars, that has Franklin on the obverse and the Liberty Bell on the reverse. But the Kennedy half dollars went through multiple different composition changes. We won't discuss them all, as again, we're only looking at the 1964 version, but just a quick breakdown is your 1964 was 90% silver. Your 1965 until 1970, if I'm not mistaken, was 40% silver, and then 1971 until present date was clad composition or copper nickel, unless of course you're dealing with a proof version or a collector's edition of the half dollar. So again, here we have the 1964. The designers were Gilroy Roberts and Frank Gasparo. Frank Gasparo has made a lot of different designs for different coins. The weight for the 1964 version is 12.50 grams. Again, it is 90% silver and 10% copper, with a net weight of 0.36169 ounces of pure silver. Again, that is 0.36169. So just roughly under 0.4 of an ounce for the silver content alone. The diameter is 30.6 millimeters. It does have a reeded edge, which is, as I can hopefully get it to focus here. There we go. There's that reeded edge. And the mints that have produced the Kennedy half dollar have been Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. So the 1964 did come from Philadelphia and Denver. And the mint mark, we'll go ahead and flip this over quickly, would be, if this had a mint mark, which it does not, but you would find the mint mark right in this area. So again, on the 1964, you would only expect to see a D for Denver. If you see anything else, it would probably be highly suspect that it is has been added. So it's probably a modified coin. trying to counterfeit another coin. But again, you're only should be seeing Denver or no mint mark that we have underneath the scope for Philadelphia. So we'll go ahead and flip this back to the other side, to the front of the coin, the obverse of the coin. So we have Liberty that goes around predominantly the upper half of the coin. Liberty. So when you're looking at your coin, you're just making sure that you have the word Liberty there. And again, you almost have it going, halfway across, but just a little bit below that halfway line. Of course, you have Kennedy's portrait. That is right in the center. You do have the little bow. And then our motto, "In God We Trust," our motto being the United States of America, that has been put on our currency, except for some certain years, which did receive some backlash. And then the date is at the bottom, 1964. So one of the pieces that you're looking for on your 1964 versions, so I did mention that you're looking for either a doubled die or the heavily accented hair, and these do not have it, but right in this area between my two fingers here, you will usually see added lines of hair. That is the heavily accented area. I find that somewhat hard to look for, so I will show another marker that you can try to identify, which is on the reverse of the coin, to see if you have a heavily accented hair proof coin. For the double die, which again I've already pre-looked at these, you're looking for doubling in the word trust, primarily is where you're going to find it. And as I have annotated in other videos, if you're using a scope, or even if you're just using a magnifying glass, or again your jeweler's loupe, is I like to rotate the coin, and what I'm trying to accomplish with the rotation is getting the light to reflect off of the different raised areas or recesses of the coin itself, so your actual device and the words that are in the field. So the device is the main portrait, and then the field is primarily comprised of the dead space that is around it. So that is where you're trying to look for your doubling. There's a plethora of examples of what doubling looks like. And again, probably the most famous example is the 1955 penny, Lincoln penny, that has the very prominent doubling. So go ahead and zoom back out here. So then, you're just taking an overall look to see if anything looks out of place. To identify an authentic coin. And if you see something that potentially is out of place, doing the further analysis on it is it an error? Is it a defect? Is it a damaged coin? So the front of this coin looks to be in decent condition. We do have a few hairlines that go around again in the field, and there are a couple scratches and gouges that we can see. So we'll go ahead and flip the coin, and we will not go through this analysis on all of the 64s that we're going to be looking at, which is going to be 6 more, but just to give you again that overview on the first coin to provide that knowledge of Kennedy half dollars. So the reverse of the coin, we have the United States of America all across the top, half around the perimeter of the coin. The bottom we have half dollar, which is indicating, of course, the denomination of the coin. And we've got a plethora of stars that go around, with the eagle in the center holding the olive branch for peace, with its head looking towards the peace branch, as opposed to looking towards the arrows, which would indicate wartime. And then the motto, and I believe I might have said motto on the front of the coin for "In God We Trust," but that might have been incorrect. Just a phrase, or maybe that's a secondary motto. But we also have "E Pluribus Unum," which is "Out of many, one." That is going across the banner for the top. So I did indicate that I would show you another marker that you can use to identify a heavily accented hair. And that marker will be, so if you see this ray that comes out from behind the eagle, there are the two stars that touch that ray. But if you can follow that line, the ray line, all the way, through the edge of the stars, you have a normal 1964 Kennedy. If there is a break in that line, then you have a heavily accented hair. Proof coin. So again, if you can see the ray line going all the way through, you have a normal coin. If you cannot see the ray line between the points of the stars, so right in between here and right in between here, then again you have that heavily accented hair Kennedy $50, the proof version. So we'll go ahead and zoom back out. And then of course we have the designer's initials, Frank Gasparo. But the back of this $50 looks in great shape. And we will now take this first 90% silver $50 off, and we'll bring up the second one. Let's see, we'll try to get some better lighting. So here we have a better looking front of a coin. This looks in pretty good condition. As we rotate it, we could see some scratches there right in between the T and the Y going to Kennedy's back of his head. I'm sure somebody might argue, oh, look, you have some special magic bullet $50. I don't know. Then here we have the reverse. Again, no mint mark here. So I will also indicate, so the 1964 had a mintage of 273,304,004 that were minted at Philadelphia. Your minimum price that you're looking for is going to be the current spot price of silver for, again, 0.36169 ounces of pure silver, up to a potential high price of $650. Again, that's just an estimate range. I've always indicated that the price of a coin is going to be determined by the buyer and the seller and what they agree the coin is. So let's bring on the third coin. Another 1964. Front looks pretty good. No mint mark. Philadelphia. Everything looks to be normal. And again, I had already looked at these for the double die and the heavily accented hair. Did not see them. So just showing what we acquired from that mid-20th century coin collection purchase. So here's our fourth 1964, the obverse of the coin. Here's the reverse. These all look pretty good. I would not be sending any of these in to get graded, as I do not believe, I would not have any faith that these would get graded on the high end, at least when looking at other known examples, but I could always be surprised and shocked. So this is the 5th 1964 Kennedy half dollar. Again, no mint mark. This has probably been the dirtiest one that we've looked at. I mean, it doesn't have as nice of a finish luster on it. It's another 1964 Philadelphia. And the last 1964 for this video. I'm just rotating to give some different angles. And as well as a Philadelphia. So again, one more time, just to do a quick recap on your 1964 Kennedy half dollars. You look for a double die obverse, so you're looking at the word trust in the phrase "In God We Trust" to see if there's any doubling. You're looking for any heavily accented hair-proof coins. So the one marker again is the ray line that goes between those two stars. If you can see the full line going through, you do not have a heavily accented proof. If you cannot see the line going all the way through, you probably do have one, as well as the hair then. You're looking for extra hairlines that were added in between these 2 points. So these hairlines and those hairlines. And then the word Liberty, In God We Trust, 1964, that bow, Kennedy's portrait facing left. United States of America, half dollar for the denomination on the reverse side, the initials for the designer, your wreaths, your olive branch for peace, heads looking that way, holding the banner, E Pluribus Unum, your eagle, your arrows on the right that symbolize war, and if you have a mint mark, it would be just underneath the talons or the olive branch right in this area. And that would be for 1964, 65, 66, and 67 is where you're going to find that mint mark at. If I'm not mistaken. Obviously, of course, please reference any of your literature or online to get the most up-to-date information. But I hope you did enjoy that explanation and analysis of the Kennedy half dollars. And these were just 7 of them in the mid-20th century coin collection purchase. We do have probably another 20 or so to review and see what we have. I do appreciate you sticking around and watching. Please leave a comment below if you enjoy the content, if you'd like to stay up to date. There's, of course, the subscribe button with a notification bell. But I do thank you for watching. For the Coin Curiosity channel, thank you for watching. Take care.